Your commissioner, he works from the toilet. He works from his bedroom. He works in front of his wife. And he puts it all together in his office. It's the league.
Well, there you have it, folks. Oh my gosh, I look Is this what I really look like, Liz? Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to put some makeup on here in the coming episodes. This is ridiculous. I look horrendous. But yeah, great shirt. Kind of matches the mustache and the glasses look. Had to class it up a little bit in honor of Antonio Brown classing it up this week. What a loser, man. Nick, you got a head case on your hands. Speaking of Nick, I dominated you week 1 in our matchup. I hope you and Christine had a great time in wine country, because that was probably the most excitement you had all week, because I took you to the cleaners with Lamar Jackson. But in recapping this week, the high points, Colt in the Meehomes. He'll be joining us later in the program. Colt has a lot to say about his week 1 matchup in taking down my wife, Liz. Liz, I gave you a bunch of crap starting Marlon Mack and T.Y. Hilton with an Andrew Luckless Indianapolis Colts, but heck, those were the best 2 players on your team, and most weeks you would win, but you were up against Colt this week, and he took you down with a high point score of 163 points. So, as I said, we'll be speaking to Colt here later in the program. Also, to recap the matchups this week, Ashley and the Shaken Bakers knocked off Mac with Rock Out with Lockout. Man, Mac, not even breaking 100 points. Come on, Mac. Mac gets the horse's ass trophy of the week. Oh, man, he's going to struggle this year, and we're going to hear about it. So, Mac, you better pick up your game and stop complaining about the Broncos. We also had the matchup between the repeats of last year in Cody versus the Chubby Chasers and Bryce, who took last place last year. And as Cody said in his interview, he wished he wouldn't have got an A draft, because by the looks of it, he's going to do exactly what Bryce did last year. Matter of fact, Bryce knocked off the repeats by a pretty hefty score. Bryce, excellent job, man. Keep track of your team this year so I don't have to call you or text you every week and tell you to look at your fantasy roster. Cody, on the other hand, it's week 1. You'll get it back. I'm not rooting for you, but I'm sure someone else out there is. Next, we had the matchup of the week between Sean and Tanya. Tanya changed her name to just Joshin. She's going to have to explain herself to what that means. I can't wrap my finger around it. But it looks like she's got a pretty decent team this year. I was a little worried for her Thursday night. I sent out a text to the whole group. She started Trey Burton Thursday night. He got called inactive. So I told her to change her lineup, but she didn't. But she still put up 144 points. As a matter of fact, I thought there for a little bit, Sean, you were taking out your tight end just to be a good husband, because Tanya wasn't going to have a tight end starting. But oddly enough, you lost anyway, so I'm sure you're going to be owing Tanya foot massages until you meet up again later in the year. But hey, nothing else really exciting for the week other than the Antonio Brown crap. But we'll see what happens this week, if Nick's going to keep him in his lineup or roll with it. Other than that, let's jump right into our interview with Colt in the Meehomes on his dominating week 1 performance. Let's take it away.
And joining me on the BNC Refuge Hotline, high point scorer Colt with the Meehomes. Colt, how you doing today?
Hey there, Pat. Knock on wood if you're with me.
I will knock on wood, but hey, it looks like you had a hell of a week against my wife, Liz. She put up 132 and you put up 163. What do you have to say about your week 1?
Well, I don't know if I'm just that good or if everyone else just sucks.
Well, we'll see. It's the first week, man. You played Patrick Mahomes. You must fall in love with that guy, huh?
Yeah, he's my boy.
Are you a little worried that he's questionable? He was gimpy a little bit there in that second half. Does that make you a little bit nervous for the rest of the season, or you just going to keep sticking with your guns?
Well, here's the thing. I got Prescott on my bench. He put up 35 points last week, so...
Oh, my goodness, I saw that. Speaking of your bench, As we look at your backup quarterback, Dak Prescott, also had a heck of a day. You had Sammy Watkins on your bench who scored 50 points as a wide receiver. Does that mean he's going to get more playing time?
Yeah, we'll see. I haven't looked at the schedule yet. We might move him up.
Well, you might have to if Tyreek Hill is sitting out. May mean even more targets for Sammy Watkins. But, hey, I'm not your team manager. I'll let you make those decisions. I think looking at your lineup, your only downfall is really at your tight end position. Other than that, I mean, you're stacked everywhere else.
Whoa. Give Howard a break. It's week 1.
Yeah, but who's throwing him the ball? Jameis Winston? Come on. I think that is a good tight end pick, but man, I can't even trust Tampa anymore. And they got a big matchup Thursday night, so I'm assuming you're not going to the waiver wire or anything. You're going to stick with O.J. Howard, huh?
Yeah, Howard's my man.
Well, good.
We'll see if we need any trades, but there's no one on the waiver wire.
Yeah, tight end's kind of a weak position. But, hey, when you're putting up as many points as you are with every other position, that shouldn't be nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was close to me this week. I should walk away with this thing. What do you think there, Pat? Knock on wood if you're with me.
It's still early, but, hey, I was looking at the other scores. It looks like Tanya put up 144, and she played Trey Burton, who didn't actually even play last Thursday night. So she could be teasing you with the high point. But, hey, all props go out to you for week 1. You're 1-0 and a heck of a start to the season.
Right. Who do I got this week anyway?
Oh, man, I will get into that. But, geez, let me look really quick while we're on the matchups. Let's see here. Dang it, Colt, you're making me click around. Didn't know how to do that. I don't know who you're playing this week, to be quite honest with you, but I'll get into that later in the episode. But, hey, is there anything you want to say to the rest of the league?
Pick it up. Give me a little challenge here.
Well, I just actually pulled up the week 2 matchup. It looks like you're going against Bryce and the Chubby Chasers. As of now,
did he even play last year?
Well, he stopped playing, I think, towards week 4. But, hey, at this point, it looks like he has 10 points on the projection. So you better figure out your lineup.
All right.
So, well, hey, Cole, I appreciate you joining me this week. We'll look forward to week 2. And, keep up the good work. I'm not rooting for you.
Hey, thanks, Pat. And have a great show.
All right. Thank you, sir.
And there you have it, the interview with Colt with the Meehomes. Thanks for doing that, Colt. And no, I'm not going to be knocking on wood for you for the rest of the year. You can knock on as much wood as you like, but we're still in week 1. There's a long season left to go. As a matter of fact, we're already jumping into week 2. So let's go ahead. Let's get into the matchups for week 2, and let's highlight the matchup of the week. Let's check it out.
Here we are, week 2 preview. First matchup, which is going to be the marquee matchup of the week, is Pat the Mustache, myself, versus Mac and Rockout with Lockout. This is a good old-fashioned brotherly duel. We'll highlight it here in a second. Next, we have Nick and the Brown Bombers versus Sean in What Would Deshaun Do? Nick looking to bounce back after a tough week 1. What is he going to do with Juju Smith-Schuster? Is he going to be healthy? And what is he going to do with the drama surrounding Antonio Brown? I'll be interested to see what Nick does in week 2. Next matchup, we have Cody and the Repeats versus Ashley and the Shaken Bakers. This one too, Cody looking to rebound after a tough week 1 as a defending champion. Looking from the projections, he has a good 14-point projected lead at the moment. Next matchup, we have Colt and the Meehomes coming off his dominant week 1 performance versus Bryce and the Chubby Chasers also coming off his dominant performance in week 1. This is a tight matchup. It'll be interesting to see. It looks like Colt's going to be rolling with Sammy Watkins, and Patrick Mahomes with Tyreek Hill out. That's probably not a bad choice. And the last matchup is a good old-fashioned motherly duel. Sean and Just Joshin, still don't know what that name means, versus Liz and Show Me Your TDs. Let's highlight the marquee matchup. The Mustache Myself versus Mac with Rock Out with Lockout. Going to be rolling with the quarterbacks Lamar Jackson and Russell Wilson. That'll be a good matchup. Personally, I think I have the edge on this one. I'm thinking if I can get my receivers going and Kerryon Johnson has a good game, I should have no problem taking my brother out this week. But we'll see. We'll always wonder what Mac has up his sleeve. Well, that's it, everyone. Good luck on your week 2. Tanya, be sure you make sure all your injuries are updated. And please subscribe and add any comments for upcoming weeks. I will see you guys all next week.